Hello and welcome back. It's part 2 of my clearing out, downsizing and decluttering, just the continued process of downsizing. And I'm back in my study and I've got a couple of things that I want to do. I've done a couple actually off camera just because I needed to sort some things out. Wool. I know, there we go. I'll talk to you about it when I show you where I've put it. But yes, for today I'm going to start clearing and I want to get into the cupboards over there.
Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, cause I love you, baby.
Okay, so today's task, move my chair out of the way, is to get in here, which is, I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just a little drawer and it just seems to be full of stuff. And I'll have a quick look and see what's in here and what I can keep and what needs to go somewhere else. Doesn't actually open that far out. It's just a little IKEA desk. There you go. And I mean, everything else up here is pretty standard. That's pretty organised, and this is things like, yeah, flash drives and hard drives and things. So that's pretty organised. These can, you know, things can move. Then I need to move all of this out of the way so that I can get into that cupboard, because I know there's some room in there for these things, not for these, obviously. Christmas tree, ottoman, no. And the other thing I want to do is this is just a bench top, or shelf, or anything you like to call it. And I'm just going to extend my desk a little. And that is actually the perfect size. I couldn't believe it. It's exactly the right size. So, and that was just from Bunnings, which is, you know, like our home hardware. It's just a piece of, you know, it's all that joined, like finger joint timber. And it works, you know, it's a good way to use up scrap bits of timber. It means I can get hold of a big piece very affordably. I think this was about $35. I know, price of timber these days. Anyway, this is what I'm doing. Let's get into it. Actually, just thought, now, this is the thing when you're organising. Where would I look for this? And I would look for it with my tools and with the general householdy stuff. So that's where that will go. And I've just remembered that if my AirPods aren't working, this does work with my computer, with my MacBook. So I will keep those as well. That's because, you know, one day the AirPods might be working, and that's quite a handy thing to have. They'll be gone for good with the next one, because that connection, that skinny one, will have gone, but for now that's perfectly okay. Look at that, it's empty. May as well leave that there. There's nowhere else for it to go. Done. Okay, it's very sunny in here, which is sort of good and bad at the moment. Hair's driving me nuts, so it's going back. Okay, that's that out of the way. It's all, I've just washed it, so it's impossible. We'll just let it be. Okay, next I'll show you what I did with all the wool, and I've sorted it out, and it's winter here, or it's going into winter, so it's a good time, and you know, to use up my stash. And I used about half of it last winter when we were in lockdown, which I don't want to do again, but it made me realise that I enjoy doing it, and I just made some things for family, but mainly I just gave them away. I just gave them to the local, you know, charity shops and things that look after women and children. So there were warm jumpers out there for small children. Okay, next thing, let's do this. I'm getting there. I'm starting to see floor. Floor is good. I like the floor. Okay, now this is the pile of things that I want to find space for. and my sewing machine, but this is my entire wall stash now is all in there, and all of the patterns. And look, you say, well, you never use those, but actually I do. I just search through for something new and interesting to knit, and it's fun. Plus my daughter-in-law wants to learn how to knit and sew, and because of that they're not going anywhere. It's all tidied up. Shut the door on it. Now to find space for that and these things. So these have to move. See, there's space. Look at that. There's a real space. There's a lot down there, but there's a real space here. Okay. Well, the frame can stay, but the calendar definitely past its use by date. That's now I suppose this makes me a bad mother or a crazy person, but that's one of the few things I have that my kids painted. Well, this was my son Matthew, and it's in pastel, and he was in, I don't know, how old was he? No, I can't see a name, can't see a date. I think he was about 7, 6, or so maybe he was 7. Yeah. These are flowers, not poached eggs. It was in the art room. They were given a teddy and a vase of flowers as a still life. And I thought it was pretty good at the time. In fact, I still think it's really cute. And it can go to them pretty soon, to my son and his wife, because that's worth saving, that one. So this is really, oops, just a few more things. That's empty. So it just had a few painting things in it, and it's still got the drop sheets up there. I'll take those and fold them. I've got some contact paper down here and a painting pole, which I probably don't need, but they get borrowed, that's the thing, and a drop sheet, and there we are. So, and just up here are some other pictures that I know what's there. I know I'm not getting rid of them. I cycle them around on the walls occasionally, but look, nothing is forever, and another place, another time, and I will probably use them. So for now, they're not doing any harm. They can just stay up there. There is, however, a bike helmet I will never use again, probably. And that can, okay, so that can stay. That can go, rather. Stay. So I can't even decide if I want things to stay or go now. But that can go. And there it is, all packed away. So at the back I have wrapping paper, and then my machine, and these are just things for knitting. It's a good place for it. These little containers contain. And I had, once I moved the shelf down, I had room for 3 sewing boxes there, and the 2 full of fabric and craft things above. Now that's not that's not excessive. That's 2 shelves and a bit of craft and another little cupboard of wool, which hopefully I'll be able to get through this winter. My yoga mat's there, of course, and just the contact paper and that painting by my son is in the back. Okay, I even have space to put something that I can't even think what at the moment, but it's nice to have an open, empty space. And that space is now clear. I'll have to put the ottoman and the Christmas tree back in that corner, but at least that's not forever. There'll be some space freeing up fairly soon somewhere else, and that will be done. I'm pleased with that. No, I don't have doubles of everything, it's just a mirror. There, okay, that was an alright thing to have got done. And then step number 3, and I won't rush, and I'm not going to get myself all overwhelmed, because this is a bit of overwhelm potentially happening here. This is my tool cupboard, and everything gets used, and yes, I know how to use everything, but I've let it get really untidy, which is not good, not like me, and not good. So that's the next step, is to get all of this sorted out and a few things tidied up. That one's still just got everything on it. This one, for some reason, everything has disappeared. No idea. They'll be in there. Ugh, they're in there. Okay, that's where they are. So that is part 3 coming up, coming to this channel very soon. So there we are. That's not bad. Look, floor. I like being able to see floor. I'm currently debating selling this, or as my son and his wife are about to move, I would hate them to move and then have a space for it and a useful space for it if they would like it. So for the next couple of weeks at least, if that's all, it's still going to stay there, and it's tidy now, and I can even open the cupboard almost completely, and I certainly can get in and out. That's easy. Get my yoga mat, which is always important in the mornings. Well, I'm quite pleased with that. I know this is little stuff, and this is me playing by my own law. The don't let yourself get overwhelmed. Only do enough so that you can get it out, get it sorted, clean up and put it away in one hit. I mean, you've no idea how tempting it is to push on and do the third part, do that tool cupboard. I'm not going to do it. Not today. I'm going to say, hang back, say no, there's actually quite a bit of work in there, and I would get myself overwhelmed if I did that. So I'm sticking to my own rules, and I'm doing it by time, and I'm not letting myself, just get caught up in the whole process. So that area gets done tomorrow. As you can see, I'm an area person. I'm not a let's get all the same things out together. I like to work sort of area by area and put things away. Sorry, it's getting heavy. Put things away together, like as I find them. Like, when I found things that belonged in the stationery cupboard, that's where they went, etc. So it gets things back into their homes. Like, everything needs a place and, to be put in it. That's a big part for me of this tidying up. I'm pleased with it. It's going well. And when I finish part 3, I'll then be able to get out the construction adhesive and put that top on my desk, and it'll just expand it depth-wise quite a bit. I'll show you when it's done. It'll be enough is the point. It's a bit narrow as it is. So that's me done for today. I hope that, if you enjoyed this, that you'll subscribe, come along, give me a thumbs up or down. Hey, Google doesn't mind. Google just goes, yay, people are interacting. And they point more fingers back at my channel, and that's really cool. But whatever you do, I hope you're having a lovely time. I hope you're keeping safe and well, and that I will see you in my next one. Bye.